The field review of the brand new Pulsar LRF. Here we go.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Get some bacon and put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes.
Hey y'all, welcome back to HansETX. Now when I say the Pulsar LRF is brand new, I mean it is not even out on the market yet. This is just a prototype. This is not a production unit. And I want to thank the people over at Pulsar and Outdoor Legacy Gear for sending this over to me to test out in the field. So before we get to some of the video footage of some of the hunts, I've got some video of some deer and showing the ranging of deer. Got a hog hunt, got a raccoon kill. I want to clear up some things, some questions about this. Now, this is the Pulsar LRF. The LRF stands for Laser Range Finder. So just so you know when you're looking for this, but right now, as of June 18, 2018, this optic has not been released out to the public. Hopefully, they're thinking that maybe later in the summer, early fall, that the units will be available for the public, but right now it is not. So if you're seeing this right now, just keep that in mind. But these are coming out, and they're trying to get these tested out and on the market and make sure everything is good before they start releasing it to everybody. But really, the main question is, can you take the laser rangefinder itself, can you take it off the unit and change it into or add it to another unit? The laser rangefinder part of the scope is permanently attached to the scope. You cannot remove it. It's built into the system, so whenever you hit your buttons on here, it activates the laser rangefinder. So to answer the questions, can it be interchangeable on other units? No. When you buy the trail model that comes with it, and this is going to be coming out on a few different of the trail models, but if you want this extra, this is an additional charge on top of the regular scope, the Pulsar Trail unit that you purchase. Which brings me to another point. The scope itself, this is on a Pulsar Trail XP50 is the unit that this LRF unit is on. It is the same exact scope as any other Pulsar Trail XP50, and when you get the XP50 LRF or any other of the trails, the scope, the way it works, although it's some of the changes will be integrated into the button settings to be able to control the laser rangefinder, everything else is going to be the same. The resolution, all the nuts and bolts about it are going to be exactly the same. So there will be no changes with that, just so you know. But again, permanently attached, cannot be removed. The Pulsar Trails, will be completely identical to all the other ones, other than just having the LRF unit added to the side. It'll be available on a few of the different Pulsar Trail units like I spoke about. So right now we're going to take a look at some footage. We've got some deer, and what I'll do is I'm ranging the deer first. You can see how it changes the ranges when they're moving in. So I've got a couple with deer. I've got one clip with a hog kill actually, where I range it. I got a raccoon kill, so you get to see all that. And then when we come back, I'm going to tell you what I like about it, and there were a couple things I'd like to see changed, so I want to share that with you as well. So I'll see you on this other side of the videos. All right, I hope you enjoyed the videos, getting to see it in action, seeing that the laser, the square for the rangefinder pop up. You saw the crosshairs go away, the box for the LRF, the rangefinder comes up. It gives you a chance to point at your target. You're pushing another button, and it is ranging for you. So to do that, really, you're using this very front button right here, and it's just a series of either a short press or a medium press on here. You'll have to get used to doing that whenever you're out in the field trying to mess with this stuff at night. All the stuff that, the scopes that we mess with, the buttons are all done at night. So Pulsar's usually pretty good about the way their buttons are laid out. They're raised up, they're easy to use, easy to press. It's just getting used to the way that the LRF unit is integrated into that first button and the actions that you have to take to get that done. Found it a little bit, cumbersome at times to get used to, just because you're talking about this button controls not just the rangefinder, but it also switches it from white hot to black hot. So it kind of does a couple different things, and you're having to do a long press, a short press, a medium press. So you got to get used to it. It's a little bit tricky. So, but here's what I like about it. The thing I like about it is it was accurate. I took it out on a shooting range. I targeted something that I know, a 50-yard target, a 100-yard target. It was perfect both times. I know my land. I know the places around here, the places that I hunt. I know where certain objects are and how far away they are, just because I've shot so much around here. And this laser rangefinder was very accurate. So that's the whole thing about these things. They got to be reliable. It's got to be dependable. And I found it to be everything that I hoped it would be. So it is reliable, and you won't have a problem with it at all. So when you're talking about what I like about it is it is accurate. So you can kind of take that to the bank if you're wondering if it's going to be accurate. So what I didn't like about it, really, like I spoke about before, that first button right there, a lot of it's integrated, a lot of different actions are taken in there. I didn't like the fact, really, and I hope that they change this down the road. I don't know if they will, but I don't like the idea of the crosshairs going away completely. Like you saw in the video, the crosshairs disappear, the box comes up, and then you got to wait for the crosshairs to come back in. I wish, I hoped, I don't know if they can. If somebody out there can make this happen, this would be something that would be nice to consider. But if you could integrate the laser rangefinder into the actual crosshairs, so you're not having to remove the crosshairs, because when you're switching back and forth, and we've had this happen on a hunt not that long ago, where you're trying to shoot a hog and it splits right away. It burns out real quick, and you trying to fumble to get it switched back over to the crosshairs. So it's not a big thing. It's not a big issue. I didn't have any issue with it on any of my hunts, but I would love for them to be able to integrate that in to the actual crosshairs itself, where the crosshairs don't disappear, that it's all in one. So really, that was the only thing I didn't particularly, I would like to see them change. Or it's not like I disliked it too much, but it would be nice if they could change that. So if you have any questions about the Pulsar LRF, again, this is a permanent fixture to the different models that you can purchase this on. It'll be available on a few of the different Pulsar trails, so be looking for that later in the summer 18 or early fall. And you can always hop over to Outdoor Legacy Gear and check that out. I'll put a link to this scope, the XP50 Trail XP50 LRF. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. If you have any questions, please just hit me up. You can contact me on through YouTube. Also, I have Instagram. I'm on Instagram at HansETX, so you can find me there. That's HANSETX. So if you're not following me on there and you're on Instagram, go check me out. We also have the Late Night Vision Show podcast, where you can we talk about all things night vision hunting related, and we've talked about the LRF unit a lot on there. We're talking a lot of different scopes, a lot of different hog hunts, and it is available on anywhere you can find podcasts. Me and Jason over at Outdoor Legacy Gear host that together. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio. You can find it on the Anchor app, and also we have a YouTube page, so you can go to you can search on YouTube, The Late Night Vision Show, and you'll be able to subscribe. You can actually see the podcast on video, and you can see Jason and I talking back and forth. So we've got a lot of people watching, and I'm really excited about all the feedback that we get back from that show. It's exceeded me and Jason's expectations on that in early on. So if you have any questions, like I said, let me know. I appreciate you watching. This is a great scope. I hope you enjoyed the videos, the hunts with it, and we will be coming back to you next week with more hog hunts. I've got a lot of videos of hog hunts that I need to put out there. Everything's stacking up right now, which is a good problem to have. But I appreciate you watching. Thank you for subscribing. I love doing what I do, and I look forward to doing it every week and releasing these videos. So if you want to see more videos, all you got to do is just click over here. If you want to subscribe, just click right here. And as always, keep making those bacon pancakes, and we'll see you next week.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Get some bacon then put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes.